Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I have my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have some very big news today to cover. We are going to talk about how the NFT craze is continuing. We are seeing more and more filings of Bitcoin spot ETFs and Bitcoin ETFs. We are going to talk about miners getting ready for the next halving, for the next bull run. Also some evidence there. We are looking at how the EDX exchange, the new exchange of these mega firms like Charles Schwab and Blackrock, is driving some prices in the market. And we are also going to look at Veve. Veve implements first things, so to say, and also we are going to talk a little bit about some very prominent Ecomi token doubt in the market. If you're watching this after the live stream, then please make sure to check out the timestamps if they are already there, to find your favorite topics and everything else right after the intro. So, good morning everyone. I hope you have a good morning and some coffee, if it is morning. Otherwise, I welcome you from the rest of the world, obviously. Make sure to smash up the like button. And guys, everything that I say here is not financial advice, so please do your own research before you ape full degen into the Ecomi token, into the Veve collectibles, or whatever other choice you are making in this market. It's your own. I cannot decide for you. Now, also, I really want to thank my rare hodlers here that are minted, so to say, on my background, for always supporting this journey and for being subscribed to my channel. Thank you all for that, and I think we are already ready to get started with the content. Yesterday I had some lags, some drops. That should not happen anymore. I think I fixed it, and so we are good to go. Good. So yeah, first of all, the first leveraged Bitcoin ETF in the US sees 4.2 million in trading volume since the debut, and that was already yesterday, and the debut also was only a couple of hours then. So that's a good amount of money to start with. The ETF saw about 500,000 worth of trades in the first 15 minutes. So volatility shares 2x Bitcoin strategy ETF. The first leveraged crypto ETF in the US started on Tuesday, witnessing 4.2 million of worth trading volume so far since it went live. The ETF saw about 500,000 worth of shares in the first 15 minutes, according to the data from Bloomberg, and the current share price of the BitX is around 15.48 after rising as much as 2.2% to 15.9 since the start of the trading session. So the first Bitcoin leverage ETF has been approved by the SEC. Super funny. We commented that on the stream 2 days ago when it was discussed, that it is weird the SEC being worried about price volatility, yet they approve a leveraged ETF before a spot ETF. So that is, everything in this leveraged Bitcoin ETF is settled in US dollars, so nothing of direct Bitcoin buying here. It's just based on the price movement of Bitcoin, so that we always have to keep that in mind. Now, Fidelity, and this is the big news here, Fidelity readies a new spot Bitcoin ETF filing report. We see here that in the past 2 weeks, Blackrock, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, VanEck, and Bitwise have all filed for new applications with the new US Securities Exchange Commission for spot Bitcoin ETFs. So all of them have come out, and ARK Invest has been before BlackRock already. So they are speculating on getting it first. So yeah, what we see now is that also Fidelity expects to file with the US securities regulator for a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, joining other big money managers seeking to launch big ETFs. So we have just another one in this row, and that was what drove the Bitcoin price. Now imagine that one by one all of these get approved, then suddenly we have, I don't know, 10, 15 spot Bitcoin ETFs on all of these big investment firms. Now let's jump quickly to the crypto bubbles, because I want to show something to you, and that is, I'm in the top 200, and that is Bitcoin Cash, right? So Bitcoin Cash here is on a 105% pump, as we have seen also in the last days. Now the next news is related to this Bitcoin Cash pump, because the reason for that is EDX Markets. So Bitcoin Cash has more than doubled after being offered by the new EDX Markets exchange. And unfortunately, this article is behind a paywall, but I think the information here is enough. And what is EDX Markets? EDX Markets is the new exchange by BlackRock, Citadel, I think BlackRock, Citadel, Charles Schwab, and some other big players at least. That I think it was mentioned here in this Fidelity article who they are. Yeah, so here we go. Sequoia Capital, right? Charles Schwab, Virtue Financial. These are the ones behind EDX Markets. So this is an exchange that is apparently focused on heavier individuals and also institutions, and it is the reason why this offering there is the reason why Bitcoin Cash is pumping so hard. So that was interesting in my opinion. Then we have also a little bit more from Spanish bank Santander. 1 second, I need a sip. Because the largest bank in Spain says Bitcoin can process more transactions and faster than Visa with millions of transactions per second. So we see that in the Santander own article on their own website here. If we look at the bottom, it says here, it also allows payments for small amounts with much lower fees compared to those using blockchain validation. It's about Lightning Network. Another major advantage of this network is scalability, as it can support millions of transactions per second. Ultimately, this network eliminates the risk of delegating custody to third parties. And I get here greetings from Heidelberg. Greetings to that beautiful city. Heidelberg is actually pretty, very, very beautiful. I have been there once. I walked up on where the castle is, the stairs up. A lot of stairs. Yeah, but also I've been in the... I walked everywhere around the city, I think. Also on the bridges, over the river. Great city. So the thing here with the speed of the Lightning Network, they have made a little test here, which we should look at together. Look at this. So they are paying with Bitcoin and with Mastercard here, as to see what is fulfilled a little bit faster. Now let's take a look.
3, 2, 1, go.
So Bitcoin's done, and Mastercard
it.
is now approved, and yeah.
3,
so you see, we can look.
2,
we
1,
can run it
go.
once more. So you see here, now it's approved, and this one's still going.
Lightning's
So yeah, the Bitcoin
Three,
the Bitcoin machine
2,
is
1,
is faster,
go.
or the Bitcoin network is faster than Mastercard and Visa. Omi Player One says, I lived in Heidelberg for several years, great times. Hey, we got the Heidelberg connection here. What's going on? Anyways, now this is big, in my opinion, and I've not seen many people talking about this just yet. But Riot Platforms are to add 33,000 Bitcoin miners ahead of 2024 halving. So look at this. They are spending real money because they know that the rewards are cut in half, so they need more power to be able to mine. So they have bought 33,280 next generation Bitcoin miners for its Texas facility, costing 162.9 million. The rigs, which were sourced from mining manufacturer MicroBT, will boost the firm's self-mining capacity by 7.6 exahashes per second and comes in advance of Bitcoin's next halving, which is set to take place mid-24. So they are spending $162.9 million on new miners because they know that what they are going to, or what they are about to mine, is going to exceed this all by far. So yeah, so yeah, the transactions are fast, and the Bitcoin miners, they already know what's coming, because some of the miners have been in trouble in the last bear market because of the energy prices kicking in exactly when Bitcoin was really low. So you had to sell off a lot of Bitcoin to cover your energy expenses. But then again, if you sell a lot of Bitcoin, and every miner does it, the Bitcoin is dropping even lower. So I think the energy prices might have actually accelerated the bear market and actually put us to lows that we did not expect, just because it came together with this spiral of exploding energy cost. So I think this is now being curbed. Yeah. We also have Jerome Powell speaking today, by the way. So we could expect some volatility already today, later today, maybe in the evening, which would be very interesting. Coffee, guys. Don't forget the coffee. Anyways, yeah, so we have looked at this. Now we're a little bit green here on some coins, nothing too big. Injective Protocol, XLM and XMR, also Monero and Stellar. We're a little bit down on the red on the day. VeChain 6.2% though, which is good to see. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. On the week, we have seen that before. Looking at Bitcoin Cash again, I don't know why people are buying this. I have no idea. But on the month, we are still mostly red. A lot of coins in the red on the month. Matic still down 30%. ADA still down 30% on the monthly. So behind my camera, nothing too special here, just so you see it. Some smaller coins there that are all in the red. Yeah, so I think we are still down pretty bad on altcoins, although we had a relief rally. Now let's look at our favorite chart here, and I'll just refresh this quickly, because we need to see, obviously, always and every day, if Bitcoin is still on track. And what we see right now is actually a sign of strength, right? Because Bitcoin has yesterday tried to challenge this overhead resistance once again. And that was when Fidelity filed for the Bitcoin ETF. So look at this. Besides overshooting this line, now we have tested it 2 times, and you know what happens when we are knocking at overhead resistance. So we have knocked an overhead resistance. Yeah, this we could count this, but once, twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3 times if you don't want to count that first one. Plus sliced through it one time. So let's say 3 times knocked on it, one time sliced through it, and now we got rejected once again. But I think it's only a matter of time until this break happens. I believe it could be even happening today. It could be that we just need to liquidate some longs before, so we might expect some candle to the downside there a little bit. But overall, if this be, and this is not a guarantee, but this looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty like a bull flag. If Fed Chair Powell is speaking the mind of bulls today, we might see the breakout later today, right? And then breakout retest, bam. So that is going on. So in general, actually, I didn't expect, after this pump, I thought we might break just through and and we would form this weird handle here. But we are not just there yet, and we are coming closer to actually how we drew it in, which is super funny. Now, for everyone who is not here every day, we are looking at this cup and handle pattern since a long time already, or a longer time. Obviously, we had seen this forming. We had to see the cup forming first. We also see this wedge, right? It's broken, retested, and also for this wedge, there is, if you would take this wedge, right, and you would take a price target for this wedge, for example, then where is it? Where's the breakout? Here. So also for the funny thing is the wedge gives us more or less the same target, 60,000 roundabout, than if we take the cup and handle target and put the breakout here. So you see, it's off probably because of drawing or so by not even 800 points. So yeah, so that's the breakout target. So either way, if we are looking at it, the breakout will, in my opinion, which is why I drew this line in my opinion, go up to this line, and then we're probably going to correct for a longer time. That is my prediction. We will see how it goes. Let's look at the DXY, because there has some interesting improvement there as well. Just refreshing, you guys know that TradingView doesn't allow you to draw after a while anymore. So the downtrend continues, and yesterday we have seen another red candle. So this downtrend continues, and I tell you what, if we, so this could actually be some mountain range pattern also right now. So 1, 2, and then 3, and then collapse. So that could be happening. It looks good for crypto. It really looks good. And if we either collapse or if we drag down here, this will be our Bitcoin breakout, in my opinion. So I strongly believe that we are coming down for the dollar value, the DXY here, which is inverse correlated to Bitcoin. I think that is going to happen. Altcoins also are knocking on the door of breaking back above, although we still have that rejection. And since Bitcoin dominance is rising, and this is the altcoins without Bitcoin and Ethereum, beware of this being a bearish retest. It could happen. Mr. Planet Profit, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. We could have ourselves a bearish retest for altcoins here, so be very careful with the altcoins. We see that there is a lot of altcoins selling at these levels going on, and we see that we are coming down a little bit. So when Bitcoin is rallying, we could see altcoins bleeding. This is in this market cycle phase. The next year, this can be a common picture. Not to say that at certain points we cannot have little altcoin seasons. Obviously we can. And then if we break above this, that would be a good sign, because then we would get already with stronger altcoins into a bull market then afterwards. That would be great. Our little crisis coin is Ecomi. and we see that we are now red a little bit on Ecomi. Guys, this purple lines, they are just, I'm trying out if this is really a wedge. I'm not so sure because it doesn't really, it's not really 100% fitting. Although on the broader picture, it looks a little bit like a falling wedge if it would load. So I'm trying that out. Don't take this too seriously. But what's certain is, so in with that, if we had a wedge here, we should be either breaking that and pumping. But on the other hand, like if you draw it like this, yeah, you would see touches here all the way down, or we would be correcting now more for Ecomi. So that could also happen. Now let's leave this drawn in and see how it plays out. Now, as we see here, right at this line where we drew the wedge, but Ecomi is now at the moment forming a red candle. So it is still a lower high here, right? So Ecomi seems to be still being bearish at the moment, although we had some price action. But again, I tell this to you almost every stream, no volume, right? No volume for me and no turnaround. So let's see how it plays out. Now, maybe with that, let's get to Ecomi first, because I saw this morning where Slumdoge Millionaire posted about Ecomi. The $50,000 I put into Omi is $4,500 now. This is, so he's down bad. And had he put in $50,000 into Bitcoin, he would be at $100,000 now if it was around bottom territory, right? In the same time frame. I don't know, maybe a little bit. I don't know when he aped into Omi, but yeah. So apparently he bought he must have bought it before, because look at this. He has 7 million Omi and says he spent $50,000. So yeah. Now Jeremy Padawar is coming out here and says, we were so close, ahead of the trend. Obvious use case, extremely passionate collecting community, very little utility. With utility, I was so bullish as to believe this could have been a top 10 token or coin. So Jeremy is extremely disappointed. He is extremely, he's not really excited anymore about Ecomi. And what's weird to me is that he's putting these opinions out on Twitter. Doesn't he? So I always thought that he might have a phone number and can just call someone of the Ecomi team and just ask them, hey, what's going on? Because they were also talking about partnering for toys for Veve. And then he says here, for the record, I haven't sold a single Omi. I want to believe. It's not what people say, it's what they do and how they execute. So plans are great, but actions in business are everything. I want utility. We all want utility, because otherwise our bags are looking like the one of Slumdoge Millionaire. And Slumdoge says here again, I haven't sold a single coin either. So where do you stand now with Omi? Will you continue to hold? Will you be buying more? Do you plan to hold all your Veve, or will you buy more? Jeremy says, I will continue to hold. I want to see this through regardless. With that said, as optimistic as I was early on with the extraordinary head start, I'm more very specifically interested in the day-to-day implementation of the Omi plan. And guys, even though this is a little bit, it's not what we want to hear, please smash up the like button for this live stream, as this helps me a lot to get my content out to more and more people. So thanks for the like, really appreciate it. I love making these streams here for you in the morning. 15 people here. Let's get more people in here. So yeah, and then also Randy Chavez comes out. Let's hear a bullish perspective on this. Veve is still 100% ahead of the competition. Veve, that is true. I support that. 100% ahead of competition. The many use cases for OMI have been outlined in the last 2 updates. The utility will make this one make this one of the most coveted tokens in the world, still accumulating to this day. So I partially agree. Veve is just going to be the backbone, is ahead of competition, but they have to be careful. They have to innovate. They have to put more effort in more updates out. But the many use cases for OMI have been outlined since 2 years, and none of the use cases for Ecomi has been implemented. So I have to discuss this with Randy here. But let's look at what has actually been implemented for Veve. And for that purpose, I'm going to cite here Captain Veve, a German YouTuber. I have been already on his channel once or twice. And he has posted here a little thread about localization. So maybe we look at this just live before we dive in the thread. GM everyone, that is hard to read. I'm a big fan of Jeremy. I am as well. I from everything that I saw, I like Jeremy quite a bit. I think he's super sympathetic, and he was very enthusiastic about the Ecomi token. And as we see, he wants to believe, so he is continuing to hodl. But I can understand that because Jeremy is in the project a long time, after over 2 years or 3 years, or I don't know how many rounds he's made, he wants to see something for those Ecomi tokens. But maybe I should ask Jeremy if he wants to come on my channel. If you would you like that? Maybe he will come on the channel. So yeah, but let's look here actually at my Veve store. So here you see it. Where is it? Here's my collection. So here's my latest piece. 200 FA 233 of the Hulk that I bought. So, and then yesterday I tried to get something good out of the comic, because it's pretty valuable on Go Collect, but unfortunately I hit a common and an uncommon, and then of this X-Men comic I have the rare and the uncommon. So yeah, not too lucky there at the moment. Actually 2 uncommons here, but you see I got some new stuff there. But the reason why we are doing this is because we want to look at languages, and this, you cannot see this. I'll put you guys over here with the chat and myself over here, and then we look at this quickly. So as you can see here, localization is in, so we can select another language here, and now we see what's happening. So we see that there are some things in Spanish, but others not, right? So for example, it still says store, collection, feed, market, and profile. But here for creating a new showroom, it says nuevo in Spanish. So here it says ver todo, which is see everything. And so a lot of these headers here are now in another language, which is good to see. It's not everything, but I think there will be people now. So for example, here everything is in Spanish. People will now be able to look at it in their own language. So probably this needs still to be done. Let's see how the store looks in Spanish. So here we have everything in Spanish. Also here, which is here, this actually the time code it's not, the time code is not good. It says here missing tiempo value. So yeah, but and also here we see secreto raro and común. So yeah, Spanish guys. So this is also this is good that these things on the collectibles are also available in the other language. Now I will put this back to, unfortunately there's no German yet, but for me anyways, in English. So yesterday I made a video about this, actually, about localization. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you check it out. Just get my interface ready here. So let's see what you guys have to say in the chat. Matt Hunj says, Uncle Jay has learned from his mistakes in the past, which is why he's not selling. And Philip B says, as a comic collector, do you have the Uncanny X-Men 64 or the Spider-Man 130? I don't know. Let's look at it. Uncanny. I need to go to comics. Let's see how the search. So you say the yeah, secreto raro. Yes, it's super funny. Spanish is such a funny language. I speak fluent Portuguese because I've lived in Brazil, but so let's go on show all results. Yeah, if you don't see all of the results for something, there you click this show all results. So what did you say? Uncanny X-Men 64. Where is it? Where is the 64? Or is that not on Veve yet? Uncanny X-Men 64. Does that work if I do it like this? Obviously not. Maybe here. 64. No, there is no 64 here. Sure, you mean 64? You cannot find it over the search bar. You have to search over market and list from Z to A. Why can I not find that? I cannot find all the editions. And what about the Amazing Spider-Man? Okay, I don't know why. This is still weird. The search bar is still weird. But so I was able to find a lot of them. Here's the Amazing Spider-Man 100. You mean the one that was a Marvel benefit? This one? No, I don't have that one. And actually it's too expensive for me, unfortunately. Yeah, there's only of this one. They only released this common as an airdrop. So yeah, I don't have this one. They were the first comics on Veve and are not listed. That's why the scarcity is huge. Yeah, but this is a Marvel airdrop for everyone who has the subscription. So that's why the scarcity is so huge. I remember that this is not the first comic on Veve though. And the other one I will look at it later on because we still have some news here to cover. So yeah, let's get into this one from Captain Veve, and afterwards, if we still have some time, we can look into a little bit more into the market there. But he has put out some great points. So he says, so why the language update is so important. I've discussed part of this in a video, but he underlines it with very good graphics. So make sure to follow Captain Veve because his Twitter content is not German only. So now the top 20 most spoken languages worldwide are obviously English, but it's only 1.45 billion, and then Mandarin. So we do not have yet Chinese. I don't know why we do not have Chinese. David, you could have translated the app on the side when he is sitting in the plane by all his traveling or so. But then Hindi, obviously, we don't have these. But Spanish is actually very, very big. So there's more than half a billion of people that are speaking Spanish. So Dr. Knut Betzold is saying he has the 130, mint number 226. Holy crap, that thing must be worth a couple of $1,000. Congratulations to that piece. And then also French is 274 million, and then Japanese is 125. I think it should be even more because Japan has like 128 million inhabitants or so. But anyways, this is roughly, if you count all of this together, that's a billion potential users, right? So obviously we are not being moon boyish to assume that 1 billion users is coming to Veve, but if just a fraction of people are coming to Veve because Veve does some marketing and now the app is available in their own language, that is obviously good. And as I pointed out yesterday in my video, it's also good if content creators in Japan, for example, can show the app like I did right now in their own language. It's very good for streamers, for like there must be, maybe there is one day a Japanese Veve Vault that does drops and so on with a Japanese localized app. But we see that these countries are of big importance. So we would have a potential now, instead of 1.45 billion, the potential is now 2.5 billion, right? So the most of these countries have a good he is writing this in German. It's gross domestic product, what he means. So there is a lot of money that flows into the app, he says. So the countries that he's talking about, we know that Japan is very rich, and also France and the French-speaking countries plus Latin America is still quite good compared to median salaries, for example, here in Africa also. Then Spanish and French are are very important languages, as we see. And yes, so he draws the conclusion that we will have we have an important step for growth in the future. And I don't know where this is, but somewhere here also Dr. Profit commented on this. Yeah, I don't know where that was. Yeah, I don't know where it was, where Dr. Profit commented, but Dr. Profit just said it's going to be the mother of all bull markets. So next one here is that Veve had a big announcement yesterday. So maybe let's look quickly at the announcement in itself, and that is the next Platinum Moments series celebrated Disney 100 Years of Wonder with 3 beloved classic characters from Pixar animation studios cast in brilliant platinum. Drops in waitlist drop, which is good to see. Friday, 30th of June, 8 a.m. PT. So these platinum moments are coming, and we know for sure that the platinum Woody is one of them. And it looks cool. It's the same Woody posture and the same that we already have on the app. So yeah, that is let's say a low-hanging fruit, because the model was already provided and already there. But it's still good to see, and I'm probably going to take part in this, depending on how the 2 other rarities look like. If they are not important, if they are unimportant, then I won't. But if they are important, then I will take part, obviously. So let's look at this, because MetaLemon, also please make sure to follow MetaLemon on Twitter, is speculating that we are getting Woody, Nemo, and Coco. So that would be because he's deriving this from these pins, and only these 3 are Disney 100 Pixar ones. And we see the potential. So we have this Dumbo. So we have these, right? We have all of these. So we could get over the year also Chewbacca and Grogu in platinum. As we see here, we could also get a platinum Winnie Pooh, Lion King. So maybe we get all of these, because we have these 4 in one drop, in the first platinum drop, right? And then we have we are potentially getting these 3, or maybe these 2 and another one. I don't know if these are all of the Disney 100 pins that are available. But oh man, if we get Chewbacca and is that Grogu or is that Yoda? I think it's Grogu, but I'm not sure because it's not really visible. But I think Grogu was flying in this thingy here, right? Yeah. Anyways, this would be really big. The Winnie Pooh would be cool, and also with scarcity and so on. So I'll probably go for the drop though. So yeah. Dr. Knut is saying localization first, marketing should follow. And then West Coast guy is saying, I'm hoping BTC can hit 100,000 next bull run. I think BTC will go past 100,000 dollar in the next bull run. There was I'm saying Grogu all the time, but it's Grogu, right? Anyways, there was a comment by Omi Player 1, but it has disappeared. So I don't know what happened. But guys, almost 20 people here in the chat. Guys, please smash the like button. It's so important for YouTube algorithm. YouTube hates crypto right now. So content is in the gutter. But we want to make these morning streams some of the most watched morning streams. So let's go, smash the like button, please. It doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't take some 1 second out of your day to do that. I would really appreciate it. This Coco character, it is a movie about Miguel and his grandma. If I remember correctly, it is heavily influenced by the Day of the Dead tradition. It was a good watch, MetaLemon says. So I didn't know that character as well, but now we know what it is. And so I'm really excited for that drop. And actually, I will hold back on any purchases of the Hulk at the moment because I want to get that one. So that was that. Then also, I was a little bit confused why these pictures are here, but now I understand. Because of this drop that happened a while ago, a comic drop, and that is because here the Venom site has posted. Well, you cannot see that. Get the chat over here. The Venom site has posted on this day 5 years ago, the god of the symbiotes, Knull, made his first appearance in Venom 3, and Veve is just posting these covers, these official Marvel covers under that. So that Venom site has around 16.2k followers. So there's always, by Veve doing that, there's always a good chance that even if there's only 1 or 2 comic enthusiasts coming to Veve because of a comment like this, that could have an effect, right? So Veve has posted all of these nice covers. Veve has posted all of these nice covers from the Venom comic under it, and actually also gotten some comments. Can we see it? Can we see the comments from here? We can't. Why can't we? Let's see on the replies. Let's see if we can. There we go. So it could be a smart move to swap some OMI to BTC. I don't know. I don't know if that's a smart move. Because if OMI rallies, some people will be sad. How am I supposed to read? So it says there that there are 11 comments on that. But so here we see there are no comments. I don't know. So there are no comments on the Veve one. But anyways, is there any other Veve guys in the chat? No. So actually, yeah, Veve is spreading the word. 1,000 views on this one. So we will see how this works out. Now, let's get back to the store here. So we have the Red Hulk coming up. I will not show the trailer anymore because my last stream got demonetized by showing the trailer. But this is how it looks. I don't know why I sometimes lose the sidebar on the store. That is also something to fix. Let's give this Hulk a like here. So going to be 2,222 editions, and that is dropping today. I'm not quite sure if I should go for this one as well, because at some point, if you are going for everything exciting on Veve, you have a problem, right? Because this is 50 gems right now, then there is 60 gems on the platinum drop. It's just, it's just, and then the comics once in a while. So yeah, we have this X-Men comic also. Let's see the rarities on this X-Men comic. By the way, I always like this X-Men stuff, but I think it's not too valuable. So it's 7,500, 170 of the secret rare, 188 total, 18 held back by Veve. So this is also coming up. Yeah, and as we see here, the 1 of 1 auction is going on. We can check a little bit the market here, maybe also. I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything, but I didn't probably. So let's just see what's on the market. By the way, this was also a thought of mine if I would maybe buy another Thanos, because look at that. People crafted I crafted the Thanos, and now from the gauntlet crafting, you could basically buy a gauntlet and 2 Thanoses or 3. Yeah, Hulk drops today. Nah, mate, 1 a.m. here. It's bloody brutal getting up for the drops for the last 2 years. Oh shit! So you are where are you located? That you have to this brutal thing here. But yeah, Thanos coming down really to very, very low prices. So there are so many deals in the market. Luke Skywalker rare, the rare of the set sitting below 100. There are so many good deals in the market at the moment that I don't even know what to spend it on. Yeah. So also on the comic market, right? I mean, we have looked at this a couple of streams ago. Also, where's this Hulk sitting now? Is it still at 80? Yeah, 83. So this first Hulk is pumping. I don't know why exactly, because the airdrop, I mean, the other ones are more scarce, right? So yeah. Actually, waitlist drops, it's possible to do them on the web app, right? So should be able to stream drops on the web app now. Yeah, let's look at also the lightsabers. Lightsaber secret rares at 90. Also, like the lightsaber set could be a cool thing. This is the ultra rare of this Day of the Dead first ever USPS stamp set is only at 62. Also, that is looking good. So yeah, I don't know where to start, but stamps are always fun to collect. But yeah, from my collection, you see it here. I have this Thanos. I got the airdrop for the secret rare stamp for that set. So here are all the stamps. I have 2 of that one. One is very, very low mint. I think it's one is a 70 unfortunately of the uncommon, right? But I take it. I take the 70 on that one. Yeah, so here we go. So these are the collectible side without the comics. So I'm more heavy into comics. But here you can see now what I own, what I have. It's a little bit mixed, I think. But here's some secret rares. I stacked some of these. Maybe one day it will play out like a cinema poster, but that's a long-term hold. So you see my collection's like all over the place. Yeah. But now, of the Kingo, I have a very low mint as well, the 61. I sniped that one a while ago. Yeah. It would be cool if you click in a collectible and you go back, that you come out at the same part of your collection. Also, this Aston Martin mint, I think, for James Bond is pretty cool with the 7 in the beginning. 701. Oh yeah, Matt, you're sitting in Australia. Obviously, it's late there for you. Yeah, I understand. What's your favorite collectible? So from a collectible side, probably the secret rare Thor. Oh, you cannot see that again. There is it. Yeah, here, Secret Rare Thor. I have the Thor set. I think that's my favorite collectible. Yeah. I also have this. Oh, look at this. I have the matching mint Disney set. Ah, man. But not because of the airdrop. I bought it. I bought matching mints when they floored it. And I massively overpaid, but maybe one day you can sell sets and then a matching mint set could be very valuable. What else is... this is one of my favorite collectibles, the Joe Madureira Batman. I think it's... this one is... this one could be... Yeah, look at this. It's sitting on 83 apparently. Where do I get directly from here to the market though? They should have put this more prominent, right? So I want to see how the other ones are right now on the market. So how's Todd on the market? 689 floor. But how do I get? Oh, here, 86 listings. So if it's your own collectible, you can only click on sell. But for example, Todd is also one of the collectibles that I still want to get, right? But yeah, it's been sitting still very high compared to where it started. But yeah, Matt says, yeah, cool, I've got a few favorites, but one of them for me is a sub 500 Superman I got on drop around 2 years ago. Time flies. Yeah. We will see how these very early collectibles look in the next bull run. Stir Crazy Music says, finally caught you live. I'm in the US, so it's 2:30 a.m. What's up? Working late at home. Just wanted to say thanks for all you do and help give to the community. Thank you so much for that feedback. And this always means a lot to me. I say this in the comments as well. Because that's the stuff. If I know that this is helpful to someone, this is what gets me going, right? So even if there are only a couple of people that think these streams are good, that they are helpful, I still appreciate it a ton. So Stir Crazy, I hope you have a good time working there. I hope you are working on something that is giving you pleasure. I hope you're working on something that is good for you, your future. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. I don't know. But yeah, and Omi Player One is saying good night. Have a great stream, great day. Good night to you, Omi Player One. See you in the next one. Good to have you here. And yeah, that's about it. So guys, with that said, everyone who hasn't done it yet, please smash up the like button here. I think for today that's it. I am looking or seeking to get this platinum drop. Really excited about the platinum drop for Veve of Veve, and I hope you are too. So with that said, Matt says it's very helpful and you are a genuine guy. That's why I watch. You have more credibility than Paul Barron. Wow. That's a big compliment. I think, Paul Barron, I cannot comment on that, to be honest, because I don't know, because many people say he got paid. Other people say he's just pivoting to catch attention. I don't know. I cannot comment on it because I think it also doesn't matter, but that feedback means a lot to me. And if I can ever have a channel in the same direction, the same size as him, then obviously that would be awesome. But yeah, thank you so much, all of you who are here, who have been here with me. Means a lot. It's a lot of fun. And tomorrow in the morning, there will be the next stream with the latest crypto news. So next Crypto Morning Coffee already tomorrow. And we will see how this all looks like, right? How this all plays out with our big Bitcoin cup and handle pattern and with Ecomi Veve. So Guys, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I'm going to enjoy my coffee now and then head out to work. So, yeah, see you in the next video or live stream, whatever comes first.